Japanese horror has a unique property in it that it creeps on you, give you a sense of unease rather than blood and gore. So in this Halloween season, I would like to give you 5 Japanese recommendations. Hello everyone, welcome to Harry's Book Cafe. I hope everyone is well. Today I'm bringing you the episode from back street of Kyoto. Japanese horror has a thing about schools. The reason I say that is because 3 out of 5 books that I'm about to recommend are actually based in schools. So without further ado, let's dig into the first one. The first one is called Another. It's a very unique story about a student transfer from a large school from urban Tokyo to a rural area somewhere in the northern Japan. He moved to this particular school where everyone seems to be acting very, very weird. They don't speak very loudly, they don't shout, and you know, the signature teenager sort of noisiness is completely absent. Everyone walks around as if they were working on eggshells. Even the teacher is acting very, very weird. Soon he finds out the reason for this, and that is that the classroom that he's located in, number 3, is actually cursed. Every morning when the teacher do head count, there's always 1 student extra, and no one can find out why. He soon realized that there's something really sinister going on. People, you know, start to die within the classroom. So he started to embark on this epic adventure to try to find out what is causing all this trouble. It's a fantastic book. Never seen the concept of this before. Highly recommended. The second one is also based in a school, and that's called Confession. Now, this perhaps is the most violent of the 5 books, and is an epic tale of revenge. It centers on this woman who is a school teacher who teaches teenagers 13, 14 years in a Japanese school. She has a 6-year-old daughter who unfortunately died in the school, and everyone believed it was an accident. And because of this, she resigns for obvious reason. Now, on her last day, she told her students that her daughter's death was not accidental, and 2 of the students in this very classroom were responsible for her death. And it's her mission, doesn't matter how dangerous, deranged that she has to face or been to, she will get her revenge. And as I said, it's very violent. Highly recommend it. Good fun, good fun. The third one, and it's also based in school, and that's called Goth. This one's slightly different. It involves 2 main protagonists, a boy and a girl. They are psychopathic, they have no emotions, and they are obsessed about murders. In the town that they are located to, there are no short materials of people being murdered. What they do is they try to find the serial killers before the police can, so that they can observe them, the serial killers at work, and learn the way, not to stop them, but just want to observe and understand what makes them tick. This perhaps is the most graphical of all novels, where each murder is described in glory details. Again, a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. The 4th book perhaps is also the most well-known, and that's Ring. This book has been around for years and is made into 2 movies, one by a Japanese director, the other one by Hollywood. And I remember watching that many years ago and being scared senseless. The book, however, offers a slightly different dimension. It's adding a little bit extra detail that the movie missed. So it involves, as most of us know, about a videotape that people who watched it must pass it on to another victim who must watch that within 7 days. Otherwise, they will all die. So, fantastic concept. As I said, the book offers a little bit more dimension, especially towards the characters. So, definitely worth checking out, and is perhaps the scariest out of all this. The last one, and by no means the least, is in the Miso soup. So this is quite a classical Japanese novel. It reflects the contemporary Japanese people, the cultures, and also the pressure, the stress that the society faces as a whole. So the story follows a Japanese local tour guide. One day he met this American tourist who is overweight and middle-aged, and wants the Japanese guy to take him on a tour to a red light district in Tokyo. By the way, this book is most sexualized, so be aware of that. So during that tour, they went through one sort of establishment to the next. It's very, you know, decadent. And the guide sort of realizes the more time that he spent with this American tourist, the more realized that he became that this American guy might not be who he really is. He might be the serial killer that the authority is actually after. But one thing leads to another. He finds himself completely locked with this American tourist, unable to free himself, and he himself is now responsible for many gruesome incidents. So again, that's the premise of the book. You really need to find out by reading this book what happened next, because it's a lot of fun. That's it, guys. That's the 5 books recommendations. If you haven't tried a Japanese horror book before, or you haven't watched a Japanese movie or Japanese horror game, you really should give it a try. When you play the Japanese horror game, you got that sense of, you know, not necessarily the jump scare, although there are plenty of jump scares, but it's just that unease that creeps onto you slowly, freezes your heart like a iced glove. And in many ways, Japanese horror novels give you the exact sense of satisfaction, you know, give you the same sort of uneasiness. That's where it's done much better than the Western equivalent. So the Western is perhaps more direct. You know what's going on. There's lots of blood, there's lots of injury details, there's lots of violence. Where the Japanese ones don't explicitly show you those details, but implies those details, and therefore you don't quite know what's going on, what's around the corner, what exactly is threatening you. You don't know. The enemies has a faceless quality, and that's what unnerves people, and that's what the Japanese horror novel does the best. And as I said, if you haven't tried it before, please do give it yourself a try, especially in this Halloween season. Treat yourself, guys. Any of the 5 will do, and there's many more, so check them out. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I do hope you like it, and if you do, please give it a thumb up and like and share the video and subscribe. It really does motivate me as a new creator to create more contents like this in the future and bring you more high quality recommendations. Anyway, guys, cheerio.